This video explains how to complete today's classwork from November 4th. The first thing you're going to want to do is click here at this link. So it's right here where you're watching this video. The video will be here by the time you're watching, and open up today's classwork. Make sure that you're logging in with your Google account. I'm doing a test run just to show you, so I'm going to type in my name. Your first step is to complete today's Do Now. So go ahead and pause this video, complete the Do Now, and come back when you're finished. I'll go over 2 Do Now questions, but you should have the answers to all 4. The first thing we've been reviewing in class is that to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, we can simply divide the numerator by the denominator. So in this case, we'd be dividing 19 divided by 4. I know that 19 divided by 4 is 4 with a remainder of 3. And knowing that remainder is going to help me out quite a bit because the remainder is how I figure out where my fraction comes in. If I have 4 with a remainder of 3, that's the same thing as saying that I have 4 and 3 over 4. And our process for converting to a mixed number is that simple. I'm finished. Final answer. Now, for going to an improper fraction from a mixed number, like in question 3, I know that my first step is to multiply the whole number times the denominator. So 8 times 10 equals 80. I'm going to draw in my dot because I don't want to be in the habit of using the x as a multiplication symbol. 8 times 10 is 80. And step 2 is to add my product, which was 80, to my numerator. So 80 plus 9 equals 89. And then I've got my final answer. My new numerator is 89, and my denominator stays the same. So I've got 89 over 10. Notice how I'm using a mix of the text boxes and the writing just to help me stay organized. 89 over 10 is my final answer. You should have questions 2 and 4 answered as well. If you need to pause this video to finish, please do so now. The learning target we've been working on class is interpreting proportional relationships in graphs. Today, we spent most of class working on a matching activity, and I've laid it out for you virtually. In order to complete this activity, you'll need to have ClassKick open in one tab, and in the other tab, you need to go back to the async makeup work folder, so where you access today's makeup work, and click on the PDF. You can open the PDF in Schoology, or if you want to download it to your computer, there's a download button right here. There are 2 matching activities that you are going to complete today. The first activity is on pages 1 and 2, and the second activity is on pages 3 and 4. So on this slide, we're working with set 1, and set 1 is on pages 1 to 2 of the PDF. And again, you should have the PDF document open and ClassKick open. When you move to slide 3, you'll be working on pages 3 and 4 of the PDF. And you don't need to use pages 1 and 2 at all on set 2, and you don't need to use pages 3 and 4 at all when you're working with set 1. I'm going to demonstrate how to complete this activity. It's extremely important that you don't rush. I don't want to see a bunch of random answers here in your ClassKick because then you won't be getting the practice that you need. Our goal is to figure out which of these tables might match the graphs that are provided to us. For example, let's take a look at table 1. On table 1, I can see that when x is 1, y is 10. When x is 2, y is 15. When x is 3, y is 25, and so on. I'm going to look for a graph that meets those same characteristics. For example, in H, I see that 1, 10. Okay, so when x is 1, y is 10. When x is 2, y is 15. Let me scroll up to see if that's correct. Yep, 2, 15. When x is 3, y should be 25. I can trace over to my y-axis, and I see that this point here is in fact 3, 25. So far I match. My next point based on table 1 should be 430. Looks like I've got that, 430 right here. And I've also got 540, and I've got 645. Let's make sure that those show up in table 1. Yep, they do. So since all of the points in table 1 match all of the points in graph H, I know that the matching table for graph H is table 1. I also know that H won't be the correct answer for table 1, 2, or 3, or I should say for tables 2, 3, or 4, because I already used it for table 1. So the first matching set is 1, because I had graph 1, and H, because I had graph H. And I should have said I had table 1 and graph H. I know that they match because the entries in the graph match the coordinate pairs on the graph. And again, I mixed up graph and table. The entries in the table match the coordinate pairs in the graph. For example, I see 1, 10 on the graph and in the table. And what I mean by that is I can see the point 1, 10 in the graph right here, 110, and I also see it in the table, 110. Of course, you need to check more than one point, but I'm including that just to add to my final answer. Your job is to complete the matching activity for the rest of these questions on slide 2. And again, that will be on pages 1 and 2 of the PDF. And then to complete the matching activity on slide 3, and that will be on the second 2 pages of the PDF. When you're finished with those activities, don't forget that you also have an exit ticket in the main Thursday folder here and a homework assignment. As always, if you have questions, make sure you send an email to Ms. Knez.